Often, when you're searching through a large set of records, it's not enough to use just a single search criterion, because it won't be specific enough and you'll get too many results to be useful. In that case, you need a way to narrow the search by adding to the criteria until you can zero in on the records that match a more complex set of requirements. Sometimes you can be more specific by simply entering a longer search string. For example, if I perform a search for authors with a last name commencing with K, I get a result including 4 records from the 16 records in the publications table: Kipling, Kirk, Kelly, and Koestler. However, if I enter a longer search string, for example KI, only 2 results are returned, Kipling and Kirk. So I've just narrowed the results down from 4 records to 2 records by extending the search string. In some cases, searching on a single field will not be enough. However, FileMaker lets you enter search criteria in multiple fields within a single search request to do what is sometimes called a compound search. That is, a search that applies more than one search string simultaneously to locate only those records that match all of the criteria entered. Let's look at an example of a compound search. In Find mode, if I enter a K into the author last name field, and now enter an A into the publisher name field, when I perform the find, only one result is returned because there's only one record here with an author's last name starting with K that also happens to have a book that's published by a publisher with a word starting with A in the publisher name field. This kind of search can be considered an AND search. That is, to be considered a match, records have to meet each of the criteria that were entered in Find mode. In this case, the criteria entered in the author last name field and also the criteria entered in the publisher name field. So a search of this kind targets a narrower group of records, helping you to zero in very precisely according to whatever criteria you have in mind.